Hi, this is Shubham, and in this video, we will learn about how to apply XLOOKUP and filter function based on a similar situation. But we will compare between these two functions and we will see how to use these functions with respect to if a user is going to search some substring based on wildcard and if XLOOKUP has certain limitation by returning some multiple results. So how we can overcome with and solving it with the filter function. So probably this is one of the exciting videos for all of the professionals who are not just working in the kind of sales department, but eventually, if you are an HR, professional sales, marketing, finance, or even admin, you see this kind of issue faced by most of the users. And another thing that we will be solving this scenario based on two different situations. Plus, I will be solving this situation in Microsoft Excel 365 desktop version. Whereas I will also tell you how to solve this situation in Google Sheets as well, because the function which I will be putting together are available in both the applications. Right? So let us start with the first very basic example where we will comparing XLOOKUP and filter function and see if they are able to return the multiple results. Okay, so we have a data here. This is the range where you can see that there are 20 branches of a particular bank. We have 4 columns: branch code, branch name, region, and deposit amount in USD. And what we are required is this is the data set. And we need to filter those records which pertain to a certain region, likewise east. Okay, so we want to fetch the values of east region, branch code names, deposit, and USD, right? So let's get started with the XLOOKUP. I have already turned this range into a table format and defined the name as well. So I will be directly applying the function as well as we need in a different positioning. So we will be using transpose function together as well. So equals to transpose. Then we will start with XLOOKUP. So the lookup values is available in I4. Then lookup array will be I have defined the table name, that is banks DB, and this will be look into the region column. The next argument is return array. An array will be banks DB, that entire range of 4 columns. Okay. And if not, so as you can see, we have got the first results for the east region, that is branch port. So the first result which we got from the XLOOKUP is that it fetches the branch code 4 which is in the east region, right? But there is no multiple results which has been returned by the XLOOKUP for the east region, as you can see here, right? So that's the limitation with the XLOOKUP, that it just fetches the first occurring result. It does not go to the second occurrence of that particular criteria or the third occurrence of that criteria, right? Let's suppose if I write region west, so it returns the just one result. Whereas we know that for the region west, we have so many branches in the west region, right? As you can see here. So now this is the limitation with the XLOOKUP. So to overcome, and we know that a certain region has multiple branches or multiple information. So for that XLOOKUP will not work here. We need to change the function and we will be using filter here. Okay. So how to use it? Again, we need in a transpose position. Then we will start with filter. So what output we want? We want banks DB all columns. Now in the include function argument, we will add a criteria like if this cell is equals to bank DB to the region column, and let's close the bracket. So now you can see that there are 4 branches for the east region. Let me write that, right? and the filter function has successfully returning the multiple results based on criteria, whereas XLOOKUP was relatively failed to produce the multiple results. That's what we learn in the first situation, that comparison between XLOOKUP and filter function and returning the multiple results. So for instance, if I change the criteria here, let's say north, so it just returned the first occurring result. Whereas if I change here north, so you can see what have more than one branches in the north region as well. So the most efficient method is, I hope you have learned the filter function right now. All right. One more thing we can do here is that you know that this information is related to the region north and we don't want this row. Likewise here the region is keep on repeating north. And, uh, and as we know that because we have already selected the north, so it is understood that these belongs to the north region. Or if I change the criteria, let's say east, so it belongs to the east one, right? So I need to get rid of this particular row. So how to modify the formula? So let's first learn with the choose columns. The array is defined here. Now we will add column 1, column 2. We don't want column 3 here because it is pertained to the reason. We want the fourth column and we will close the bracket. So now as you can see here that has been eliminated and we can just press Ctrl X to cut and paste. Similarly with the filter function where we are going to add the choose columns, we will be adding here right here in the array. So we will add choose columns functions and we want first column to be returned second and fourth. That's it, right? And just cut and paste here. So now when you change the region, we know that this belongs to the north and we got the information. So that's how you modify. And this is also available in Google Sheets as well. Hmm, adding one more criteria of wildcard searching. Okay. So in this particular example, what we have three columns of data. Um, Motivational books title, the author names and the year published. And let's do it with the first transpose and XLOOKUP and we will see the limitation and then we will overcome with by having because they have multiple results as well. So we will be using filter function and let's get start equals to transpose XLOOKUP. And let me mention that the similar thing we can do not just all those functions which are I am using in this particular Excel 365 desktop version is also available in Google Sheets as well. Okay, I will show you that. So let us apply the wildcard searching here. So in the lookup value argument, we will write in the quotation marks asterisk then ampersand sign that this cell will be. We will be writing the keywords here or the alphabets here and then join again with quotation marks asterisk, right? Then in the lookup array, we need to return from the data table. We will select the motivational books title. All right. The return array will be from again data table. We need what we need all the columns. So we will write data here. Okay. Then comma. If not found, match mode will write mindset here. Let's say mindset. And let us say it returns the first result. But what happens if I write a keyword here? And okay. And so it just returns the first occurring result from a data which is think and grow rich. Okay. But if you see, we have some other books which the word end is here. How to win friends and influence people or grit the world of passion and perseverance, right? So with the limitation with the XLOOKUP is that it just returns the first occurring result. It is not going to next multiple results and not giving us the correct results, right? So that's the limitation with the XLOOKUP. Now, if we do similar things with the other function, like we need to use the filter, so how are we going to do that? Let's do it here. Equals to transpose filter. So we want all the columns from the data table as an array in the include, which is for the criteria we will be using in number search. And we will use a wildcard here. So quotation marks, asterisk, ampersand sign. We will pick this cell again, ampersand, quotation marks, asterisk, right? Then within the text, we have a data table and we want to search them in motivational books. Title column, right? And let's choose the bracket. So as you can see here, as soon as I provide the keyword, which is mindset, it returns the one result. Whereas if I write end here, so now you can see filter function is able to produce the multiple results for the end keyword available in this list of books, right? So you can see the difference here. If we, uh, if I provide the, it just return the first result. But if I provide the keyword here, so it returns the multiple results. So this is, I guess, effective way, an efficient way to use the filter function. Now